G'day legends, I hope you're all awesome. Today we're going to go through my little stereo studio board that I'm using here. Basically it's just an inspiration machine. I've got a couple of my favorite pedals that are out at the moment, namely the Eventide H90, the Strymon BRIG, and the Universal Audio Golden Reverberator. They're mounted on a temple board, and I want to demonstrate a bunch of sounds with this. So let's dive straight in. We've got the Eventide H90 going into the Strymon BRIG, which then goes into the UA Golden. This NUX dual foot switch controls tap tempo and can toggle between the perform and select views on the H90. The reason I've got it routed left to right rather than the traditional right to left on a pedal board is because the MIDI jacks on the H90 are on the far left of the pedal. So it's just easier to set up if I want to control it via MIDI. The reason I've got the BRIG on the Golden on there at all, because the H90 would cover so many of their functions, is that they've got knobs and they're really easy to tweak, and that inspires me to use them. So I'll show you the two main sounds that I use on the Golden. One is a plate and one is the awesome 224 Hall mode. It's worth mentioning that the spring on the Golden is really good as well. I'd highly recommend you go and check out my full in-depth video on that pedal. As you can see, it doesn't have MIDI. It doesn't let you kind of get access to any deep parameters via the app, things that I've complained about in the past and I will probably continue to complain about in the future, but it just sounds so good, and that's why it is my personal favorite reverb pedal on the market at the moment. The BRIG is up next, and this just kind of scratches the itch for analog style delays. The multi-mode on there is amazing. The modulation is voiced really sweetly. It's low noise, it's small, it's got stereo ins and outs via TRS, and it's MIDI controllable. So I'm actually going to use an AirStep MIDI controller to go through a few different presets. So the knobs don't necessarily reflect what's going on with the BRIG. I'm going to leave that plate reverb on. course, the H90. This one does so many things, but I'll show you maybe 4 or 5 of my favorite sounds out of it. This particular preset that I'm going to start off is using the pitch fuzz algorithm and micro pitch, so I can activate it over here. Then I can toggle over to the perform mode and engage either the micro pitch or the fuzz. So let's start off with just micro pitch. That's it for today. Thanks so much for staying and checking out all the sounds. If you're using any of these pedals, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always keen to pick up some tips and tricks for using them. Let me know what's on your board that you either play live with or use at home, and whether you think it's worth the extra mile to have a stereo rig. I'm always keen to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you want to support what I'm doing here on the channel, check the video description. Otherwise, have a great day, go make some glorious guitar noises, and I'll see you next time.